Welcome to Ctrl+Alt+Narrate, your go-to source for captivating stories and engaging conversations in the world of digital media. We are your hosts, Sneesha and Momna, and join us as we learn about the journeys of our incredible guests from the MDM program.
So today we have Ayleen. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
I'm really excited to have you here. So before we begin asking you all the questions that we have, why don't you give us a little bit of a background about yourself?
Yeah, I did an undergrad in journalism from 2019 to 2023. Now I'm in this program at MDM. I've worked in the TV industry for a few years. And yeah, a little bit about me.
Honestly, I'm so excited for this episode. So let's Ctrl+Alt+Narrate your story. So we have some would you rather questions. Would you rather have to design in complete silence every day or with constant distracting background noise like a crowded coffee shop?
Constant distracting noises. I like the idea of, like, it makes me want to work. If I have a lot of coffee shop noises or a lot of people around me that are working, I feel more motivated to do so. And if I'm at home alone and I'm just trying to, I feel like I procrastinate a lot and I need like coffee shop noises on YouTube to get me to work.
Coffee shop ASMR videos?
Yeah.
Yeah, understand.
Yeah.
Do you listen to those lo-fi videos on YouTube?
Love those lo-fi videos.
What's your favorite one?
I love the lo-fi girl.
Oh my gosh, she's my favorite.
Cute.
Yeah, she has lore.
She
What?
does.
You should look it up. And she has like merch and like a whole business now too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, her
Good for
background,
her.
the whole thing was like basically her building her business.
Oh wow. Oh my. Amazing.
Definitely, check it out.
Okay. So, another one. If you were forced to play a horror game in person, which would it be?
Easy answer. Five Nights at Freddy's.
You're brave.
There's
Could never
no
be
way
me.
I would survive that, but I love like that it was an indie game. There's so much lore to it. It's so popular now. So I would like to be in that. I would die right away.
Who's your favorite monster?
I like Chica.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
and her little
She's
cupcake.
scary.
Yeah.
She's really scary.
Yeah.
Freddy's the worst.
Oh,
But
yeah. There's lore.
oh my god.
Guys, I've never played it. Am I missing out?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
There's
Yes.
an 8-hour lore video that you need to catch up
Okay.
on. So, and
I
a
mean,
movie.
Yeah.
I will definitely check it out. And
Yeah.
I know you. I remember your. There's a new movie coming out soon, right?
December 5th.
Yes.
Mark your calendars.
Right now, we're gonna have Hannah pop in with a random question. So here we have Chaos with Hannah.
Okay, so my first chaos question for you is, for a whole day, you can only speak in song lyrics of one artist of your choosing. Who are you choosing and why?
That's a good question. I think I would pick Lana Del Rey because I like her a lot and it wouldn't make any sense. I don't know. She talks a lot about drugs.
You're gonna have a really interesting day then.
I would.
Anyway, that's it for my first question. I will be back later, maybe.
Yay. Can't wait.
Thank you for joining us.
Hannah. I want to ask you a controversial question within the design and tech space. What are your thoughts on digital detoxes?
I think they're useful. I think especially that we live in like a digital world where we're always on our phones, we're always on our smartwatches, Apple, devices, everything. We need a digital detox from time to time. So they're useful. I would like to take them more. I don't take them enough.
What's your screen time? What's your screen time?
I don't want to know.
Really?
It's long.
Longest time that you spend on an app?
I remember I checked TikTok was 21 hours.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's a record.
That
Mine was 26.
in a day? Wait. Or in a week?
In a week?
in a week. Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say
A
21
day, a day has 24 hours, girl.
Yeah, I was like, how long are you eating? Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping?
No, I'm just on TikTok doom scrolling the entire time.
Doom scrolling, brain rot content.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, speaking of, no, actually I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind. Okay, moving on. We've heard you talk a lot about, actually we haven't heard this from you at all, but specifically we've heard everyone else talk about the most useful design softwares in tech. What do you think about Canva?
My design friends are gonna hate me, Irina. I think they're useful. I like Canva because I'm not a designer by background. I like using it for my school projects, my resumes, anything like that. I'm not an expert, but it does make me want to learn like actual designing programs like Adobe Photoshop and everything. So it's inspiring. Will I put it on my resume that I am a designer? No, but I think it's useful. I think it's helpful.
I think it's very beginner friendly.
Very beginner
All
friendly.
the tools are really easy to find. They're easy to use, but it's definitely a shift from Microsoft PowerPoint.
Totally.
So I'd rather use it with the aesthetics on that rather than, Microsoft stuff. But
So, given your background in journalism, what are your thoughts on objectiveness in journalism?
I think it's one of the first things you're taught in journalism. So it's just being fair in storytelling and just putting all the facts so the audience can give their own thoughts to a story. So think of it, if you don't know what it is, think of it like when you have two friends who are showing you a project and you're just looking at the facts of their project and not who you like more. So I think objectivity is needed in journalism to tell stories. For example, if there's a protest going on, you do need both sides. But I think when it comes to, for example, if you're a marginalized person telling the story of a marginalized group, sometimes it's very hard to just lay out the facts and get both sides of the story because you just feel so passionately about the story that is being told. So I think it can be kind of a double-edged sword, and it can be really hard to not put your opinion in. And I think there is a power in also putting your opinion in stories.
That's fair. And honestly, like being able to balance like the facts and also including your emotions or excluding your emotions can be a challenge at times, right?
Totally. It's hard because you're trying to feel like you're being fair, but sometimes you need to.
what would you say is your favorite part about journalism?
I
Today.
love the storytelling aspect of it. I think that you could tell so many stories about people in developed countries or just help out. So I think it's really cool.
You're a really cool person, so I'm glad to hear a lot of stories coming from you. Okay, so the next question, will AI steal your job?
I like to think no.
Okay.
I'd like to say no, but I think that there is a power in using AI. Sometimes it might be able to be helpful, but I don't think it can be good journalism at all if we use AI all the time. So yeah, short answer, no. I want a job, so please don't steal my job.
Okay, let's go a little bit more deeper into that because I want to know what you think about content generation systems, especially with AI, ChatGPT, Claude, a bunch of different AI softwares. What do you think about using those for journalism, or have you ever seen anyone? I don't know if you're allowed to share that. But.
Yeah. I think it's interesting, like coming up with a pitch or, generating storytelling ideas. I've seen some people do that way. And I've a lot of, even during class, in order to generate an idea for a project. So it's interesting. And I think it's a way to use it for the good as well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Momna, any opinions on that?
I just feel like, we shouldn't have too much dependence on AI.
Totally.
Yeah, it could be good for like organizing ideas or just like, laying something out, but not for actually writing it because it lacks like the humanity, like the voice, the human side of things, the emotions, kind of going back to like the objectivity and like, even giving your opinion. Can AI really give an opinion? Right? So I have my thoughts and like feelings about AI, but if I talk about it, we'd be here all day. So let's move on from that. But, usually when we structure this out, when it comes to our segments, we want to, have you ease in. But now for our first segment, we call it Loading Who Are You, where we ask you more personal questions about who you are as a person and your life in general. So let me ask the first question. What projects are you involved in and working on currently?
Yeah, so I think my thesis project for this program is one of the biggest things at the moment that I'm working on. I'm working with some people in the cohort in our class at the moment, and we're working in collaboration with the city of Toronto. So I don't want to give away too much because I know they're going to get upset. The people I'm working with,
you can tell us.
Revealing too much.
You can tell us.
But we're trying to work with like plants and nature and see how that affects people's heart rates in an immersive environment in an immersive exhibit.
Wow.
There's a lot of studies about plants actually helping medical patients recover faster and help mental health as well. So it's going to be quite interesting to do like research upon it and then actually make it a cool little experience for people to interact with.
Honestly, that sounds so beautiful. I really do think that like we as people like forget about the environment around us and nature around us, because we're so used to the corporate life and the 9 to 5s. I guess this is why people take vacations to specific destinations, because of the beauty that the earth has to offer. And I think this type of project is going to be such a beautiful reminder of that. And I really can't wait to see it.
Totally. Thank you. I will say I don't have a green thumb at all. So it's going to be a problem.
Me neither. It's fine. It's fair. It's fine. But yeah, like I really like can't wait. And I know you said you can't tell us much, but like, where are you at right now?
So we're past the research phase. So we're just trying to get in communication with a few brands about technology that we can gather, just because of course it's a very expensive process with like funding and everything. But yeah, just past the research, just gathering data.
I really can't wait.
I'm excited too.
In City of Toronto too, that's a huge deal. I'm so glad, and I wish you guys the best. And I can't wait to see how it turns out on Industry Day.
Thank you so much.
It's gonna be great. Okay, so what made you gravitate towards this program specifically?
There's so many things. Firstly, my parents are South Asian, so they've always wanted me to do something after my undergrad. They were very like pushy towards it, which was great because it got me here. I finished my undergrad in 2023, and I decided I wanted to work for a while. So I did it for a year, and then in the summer, I felt like I was missing something. And it's because I've done school my entire life, from like literally since I was a child to like high school to my grad. So I just felt like I was missing something in my work life, and that's what got me to like doing some research on programs in the city and just trying to see what I could find. When I was doing research, then I found the digital media program, and it was funny. The entire website just kind of resonated with who I was as a person. I loved the fact that the digital media website said it's for disruptors, for people who want to people who want to make an impact in digital media. And that just, again, so resonated with me, and I liked the program offering. So yeah, I applied, and now I'm here.
And are you enjoying it? Is it everything you expected?
Of course, everything and more. So I'm excited to just see where the thesis takes me.
That's good to hear. Honestly, the thesis can be a very stressful, long process, but I think it's really worth it at the end. And it's a huge accomplishment to say, hey, like I finished this and I worked really hard on it. So please enjoy my work. So
please get me a job after this.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I did want to share a fun fact. Eyleen was actually the first person that I talked to at MDM orientation, and after the fact, she just gave off this really positive energy, and I was like, yo, I want to be friends with her. She seems cool. So I went up to her and I was like, hey, how's it going? And by the end, I got her social, and she was the first person from orientation day whose social media that I ended up getting. And now you're here. So yeah, honestly, it's been amazing, getting to know you as a person, and also just seeing all the work that you've done so far. So as a friend, I'm really proud of you.
Me too. I'm proud of you both. And thank you for having me on here. I'm so happy to be here and talk.
Happy to have you.
Not just as a guest, but also on our team working on it. Yay! We appreciate everything you've done so far. She forgot.
No.
She's like, oh yeah, you're right. No, now that I think about it.
Wait, no, okay. She's in the marketing team. I remembered. All right. So I did want to ask, what do you wish people knew about you, or is there a misconception that people have about you that you would like to correct?
This is a great question, and I'm very excited to talk about this.
Yeah.
From my personal career and just general in life, being shy does not mean that you don't have any confidence or you don't have a personality. And I feel like that's a very big misconception that goes around. And I'm taken back to a moment in 2022 when I had an internship, and I was just working with a group of people who were my age, and they were just so shocked that whenever I spoke, they were like, whoa, you can talk. And I remember saying something super mean in a response, because I could talk. Yeah. I just am shy. It's fine, So shy people deserve rights. And
I agree. Yeah. Sometimes shy people just need a minute. They gotta, check the vibes, see who they can talk to.
Totally. You just need one-on-one time. It's nothing to do with no confidence or anything. It's just, you're just shy, and that's okay.
Yeah, it depends on the environment too. And shy people honestly shine around people that bring out the best in them. And if they feel comfortable, then you'll see their personality shine.
Totally.
100%. I will say that you are my fellow yapper friend.
I love yapping.
Sneesha too. We just go on and on.
We have too much.
We have so much to talk about. We can go on and on for hours, but That's what I like about you guys.
So, what's one quote that you'd like to live by?
So one of my favorite quotes that I like to live by, but I don't know where it originates. I try to Google it, and I have it open on my computer at the moment. But the quote that I like is, it's not a bad day. It's a bad day, not a bad life.
Oh.
And I like that quite a lot because I feel like when something bad happens, you just get really stuck in the loop and you kind of think everything's bad. So yeah, just take the little good things that come with it.
That's honestly, I think we all needed to hear that after how today went, because we had so many mishaps and we missed a couple things. We were running late, but
I crashed out like 6 times. I was crashing out, actively sending Sneesha a text. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And she's like, relax, it's okay. So something like that really shows how emotional regulation is really important, and like being grounded.
Yeah.
Like I really like that quote. Honestly, I got goosebumps when you said it. I was like, wait a second. But it's a really beautiful quote.
I know, I like it quite a lot.
And would you say you live by it every day?
Yes, of course. I feel like it's made me a much more positive person, and I feel like even if situations happen, you just gotta move on and look at the positive stuff.
Beautiful. Honestly, amazing. So let's get into deep dive, no edits, no filter. Who is one person that inspires you?
I have to say my parents, they inspire me all the time, every day. My parents are both South Asian and they immigrated here. So they've done so much for me at that point. My mom, everything I tell her, she just kind of wants to push me to do even better. So she's been really great as like that sort of rock in my life. And my dad especially, he's been working his entire life to get me to where I am. So their support really just means the world to me, and they inspire me so much to also work as hard. Because again, they're immigrant parents, they're South Asian. They have always wanted me to be for them like the sun. Right. So, it's nice that they they want me to work really hard and get somewhere.
Yeah. And also I think we don't really appreciate the efforts that they've made for us until later on in life.
Of course.
Especially when there's hard events that happen in our environments, and then we get to a place where like, damn, they've really done a lot for us. And then I think there's like a huge disconnect in their processes and mindset. And then once we get older and we're like, you know what, they were kind of right.
Yeah.
But I'm sure your parents are very proud of you.
Yeah.
You've turned out amazing.
Thank you.
We're so grateful to know you. So.
Thank you.
I agree. It's also refreshing to, see a fellow South Asian person like appreciate all the work that their parents have done, and like understand and know that they really want the best for you. And also based off of like past incidents that you've told me where your parents have been super supportive, I was like, wow, that's really nice. Like that is so. They just sound like such sweet people.
Of course, I would not be here at all without them. So I shout out to my parents.
Shout out to Mama and Papa.
Yeah.
We'd love to meet you guys one day. Okay, so tell us what you love about storytelling in journalism and why that's so important to you.
Of course. I think it's so fun to just read about a story that has impacted somebody. It's not even just reading at that point. I remember when I was working at like the local TV station nearby. I was a producer, so I was doing segments, and I did a sports segment about these women that were creating this tournament for cricket.
Oh, wow.
And they came on the show. They came to talk about cricket, which is not like a really common sport a lot of Canadians know.
Right.
They were talking about the cricket gear, the sport itself, and it was nice to see women talk about sports. And 2 or 3 weeks later, we actually had an intern on the show who came up to me and she was like, was that your segment that you produced? And I was like, yeah, like what's up? And she said that she loved sports quite a lot, but she said that she felt such a big impact to it because she loves sports.
Yeah.
She doesn't see a lot of people or a lot of women specifically talking about sports. So to see that and to see that just that little bit of storytelling did so much to one person, it's like it could impact everybody.
Yeah.
Reading, watching. So it goes really far.
That's honestly, that must have felt so rewarding.
Totally.
To have somebody come and tell you like, hey, I appreciate what you've done.
Yeah.
So what's one piece of advice you'd give to people that are starting out in journalism and that are probably too intimidated to get into it?
That they should keep trying. I think that you should keep trying writing stories. You don't even need to like be in school. You could source them outside of it, and to just try to get into like good internships, programs, figure out where you want to end up. Yeah.
Good to know. Thank you.
So I wanted to ask, because I'm sure we've all been there, what do you do or how do you get your motivation back when you face a writer's block?
I sleep. I sleep, I eat, and I like to go out for a walk. I love walking, so the city is really inspiring. And then I also like hanging out with friends. I feel like they kind of just bring that spark and that energy back that I need for writing. And if I'm ever stuck in a writing block, whether it's with school or just in anything. But yeah, those are my couple of things that I do.
I will take your advice because like my solution is drink more caffeine and like, stay up and figure it out.
Caffeine doesn't work for me.
Wait, really?
Really? Yeah. I'm not a coffee person.
What about a tea person?
Oh, I'm a tea person.
Oh, that's caffeine.
Yeah.
That counts.
Not really. Not really.
Not nearly as much, but it still counts.
Yeah.
It still
and
counts.
I like matcha.
Oh, you're a matcha
I've been
girly.
I'm a
getting into
matcha girly.
I still need to try that, guys. Like I still haven't tried matcha yet.
Really?
Even at Oakham's.
I've been meaning to. I just haven't had the chance.
It's so good. That's what actually Victoria, another one of our cast members, she ended up getting us into it. So, could you tell us about any goals that you'd like to share?
Yeah. Of course, graduate and do my thesis and do well on thesis, an industry day. But for future goals, I'd love to be like a war correspondent or an international correspondent.
Whoa.
And I'd love to work with Al Jazeera. It's one of my
I love
favorite.
Al Jazeera.
Really?
It's one of my parents' favorite news network because
So,
they try and report like unbiasedly as much as possible.
course,
and
yeah.
They try and report both sides, and the news they report is very entertaining to listen to.
What made you want to do this? Like, what led you to wanting to do this as like your ultimate goal?
Yeah, well, when I was younger, I wanted to be a doctor my entire life, and I wanted to help people, but I just didn't feel like I was smart enough. So then I ended up in high school taking some writing classes and just kind of doing research about journalism back home in Pakistan. And I
Represent.
Yeah, exactly. And I just realized that there's so much like hate that goes on for journalists back there. They go through a lot, like with, their livelihood and trying to like run away from persecution and everything. So it's something that I really wanted to end up doing. I just thought it would help people be able to tell their stories.
Honestly,
writing.
Really inspiring. Oh my
it's really
gosh.
beautiful.
I
And
think you can do it though.
manifesting that for you.
Yeah,
Manifesting.
for
Manifesting.
real. We know she's extremely capable. So
Also, she's a really talented writer. Like, maybe we'll link some of your writing pieces.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, of
Thank you.
course. So, for our next segment, trending or crashing, a fun take on what's in or what maybe should never be. Would you ever get a Cybertruck?
Of course.
not
I'm
this
kidding.
again.
I'm lying. I'm lying.
Okay, I was like, wait a second.
I'm lying.
the quick 2-second panic that we had. Like, did we invite the wrong guest?
I wanted to see your reactions. No,
Are you
would not-
satisfied?
With what?
Making me freak out.
Oh,
for a
yes. Oh, of course. Yeah. That was the
Heart
best thing
dropped for a
ever.
second. I'm like, wait a second. Let me reevaluate this friendship.
No, I would never want to willingly put money in Elon Musk's wallet. And they look like Roblox cars.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
I haven't ever thought about that. I saw a comparison to a green painted Cybertruck and then the garbage bin, like the big metal one that you put all the neighborhood garbage in. And it was green also. And not like fully similar.
Trash.
Completely similar.
I feel like you need a
It's
jump
insane.
scare warning every single time you see a Cybertruck outside on the road because it just feels so unnatural to see it outside.
I've seen a
know.
whole parking lot full of
Me
them.
too.
And it wasn't even a
God.
dealership. It looked like a meetup. And I was driving past. I'm like, that is nasty. No, thank you. Could never, would never.
I just don't understand the appeal and seeing how they're doing in the snow and harsh weather. It doesn't seem the most convenient vehicle to drive.
It's like a car that's been drawn from memory by a 5-year-old.
Have you guys seen the clips on TikTok where the Cybertruck at the back of it, they put like the Toyota sign?
Oh,
instead?
yeah.
They're like putting different car brands on it instead of Tesla. It's so funny. And then there's signs that's like, we bought this before Elon Musk. It was so funny. But yeah. Okay, so next question. What do you think about the 4 a.m. productivity lifestyle, specifically obsessions with the morning routines?
So I used to work at a morning show. So my call time was 5:30 and I would be up at 4:30 getting ready. And when I tell you I was not productive at all, I would just get ready, go to work.
Yeah.
And then I'd be done at 1 and I'd come home and sleep.
Oh my goodness.
So if you can do the 4 a.m. lifestyle,
Right.
I get it because I was doing work. So maybe if you could, you do it, you go to work out, kind of eat food. If you can do that, amazing. I couldn't. And every single time I'd finish my shift, I would literally go home and sleep and then do that over again.
Yeah.
So like hats off to you if you can do the 4 a.m. lifestyle.
Honestly, I can't. I'm like, I'm not even like a 7 a.m., 8 a.m. person. I'm like a 10, 11 o'clock like a.m. person. That's like the best or the earliest I'd like to get up for something.
Yeah.
The videos I've seen where it's like, they get up, they put their face in the ice bowl, they're like doing breathing exercises. Just like this is so over the top.
They go to like workout classes, Pilates. Like, how are you doing this at like 5 in the morning? Like, I can't even breathe.
Looking fully well rested too.
Yeah. I like to believe that they try it like a New Year's resolution, and then after 2 weeks they give up. This is what keeps me going.
I just think it's performative. That's just my opinion.
Honestly, it could be. Have you guys seen the whole Ice Cube banana peel trend? That's Duolingo did the same thing in like a whole new costume. I have to show you guys later. It's so funny. There's so much lore behind it. Oh my god, it was crazy.
I love Duo. I'm on a 380-day streak, by the way.
Oh wow,
what my streak?
French.
Wow,
amazing.
It just seemed the easiest thing to do.
French seemed easy to you.
I mean, I learned it in elementary to like end of high school, so I just picked it up again because I need to have another hobby that's like educational.
No, because I did French too, like in elementary, especially if we're growing up here. That's normal, but I suffered. I was not good at it at all.
That was like my best class.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh wow.
So speaking of like productivity and lifestyle, what's the most over-the-top self-care trend that you've seen that you personally would never try?
We kind of touched on this, but the morning shed routine. Have you ever seen like those like people that put like their hair up? They have like these masks on,
the sock
two
wrap,
different
masks,
socks,
the mouth tape.
Yeah, the lip liner that's removable or whatever.
Liner?
Yeah.
They look like aliens.
And then they take it all off in the morning.
What's the lip liner?
It's like a
makeup?
it's like a lip stain lip liner. So they put it on the night before and then they remove it. It's kind of like when you put glue on your hand.
Interesting. I wonder. Okay.
It looks like blue foil, and then they just rip it off, and it stains like pink.
Oh wow, I think that's a choice. Definitely, definitely a choice, and that is all I will say. Okay, so glam desk setups on TikTok, are they trending or crashing?
I think they're cool. I think it's fun to personalize your own like desk space if you want to. I feel like I follow trends very easy, so I would get really bored of it. And also I like working on the couch or in my bed, so I don't really use a desk. But it's fun if it works for you.
Well, I want to ask, like, if you did have like an ideal desk setup, what color would it be? What would the theme be? Would it be like Sunny's Angels everywhere?
That, but it would also be very minimal. I feel like I can't focus if there's too much around me. I just end up procrastinating and playing with everything. And I like going to coffee shops and working. So
that's fair. I wanted to also ask, do you think that aesthetics help with productivity, or do you think it's all a performance?
I think it can help productivity if you enjoy it. If it works for you, why not? But again, I feel like I go in and out of trends and aesthetics right away. So I feel like I'd get bored of something right away and it wouldn't help me work better.
That's fair. How about standing desks or like treadmill desks? Do you think that they improve focus, or are they just trying not to feel guilty?
Yeah, I think standing desks are interesting. I've seen them more and more often in like actual offices downtown. But a treadmill desk, like, girl, I'd run off. I'd like fly off the treadmill if I was working.
I have those walking pad treadmills.
Oh my gosh.
Does it work? Like,
I'm putting so much energy into focusing on not falling off.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't have one of those standing desks. So I just like put my laptop on top of the fireplace and I'm like just working in here and there. But I end up going back to the couch.
I feel like I'd be too tired. My brain's working overtime on the work and then my legs are to not fly off the treadmill.
That's fair. Honestly, coffee shops for the win.
Yeah. You know what? I did hear that adding a bit of green to your space, whether fake plants or real plants, can actually increase productivity. And I did try it and it kind of worked. And also, the advice that everyone's like, oh, make sure you get enough sleep, make sure you go on walks. It works. I hate to admit it, but it works. So maybe we do have to try and fix up our lifestyles a bit.
100%.
Yeah,
I guess I got to touch grass more often.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is actually a good one. I have lots of thoughts on this. Is LinkedIn starting to feel more like Instagram? And what do you think about that shift?
I think Instagram suddenly has become a little bit more bearable in the sense that I can restrict people. I can hide my like count, comments and everything. And I feel like there is a bit of that imposter syndrome that kind of makes me want to get off the app.
Right.
But whenever I'm on LinkedIn, I have to like literally go outside and touch grass. Like the imposter syndrome is so bad on that. And the only thing I'll do is like maybe connections and then that's it and look for a job.
Yes.
But I hate that app. I hate LinkedIn so much.
I agree. I mean, from the three of us, has anyone actually found a job via LinkedIn?
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't think.
Totally fair. Sorry.
I have beef with LinkedIn. I have beef with LinkedIn jobs, the way it works. I spend more time on LinkedIn than I do on any other social media app. And I'm living a sad life, if I admit to that, but it's out there now. Yeah.
So we're nearing the end of our episode, and for our final segment, Alt, before you go,
we're going to play the game Blurt. I'm not sure if you're familiar, but this is how it's going to go. Momna and I are going to throw rapid fire words at you, and then you end up speaking the first word that comes to your mind.
Okay.
So, Momna, you want to start us off?
are you ready?
Ready.
Sephora,
Makeup.
fashion emergency,
Belt.
journalism,
Storytelling.
Letterbox.
Minecraft movie.
Pedro Pascal.
Husband.
Pet peeve.
Rude.
Smitsky.
Sunny Angel.
Oh, okay. Fair. All right. And that's all we have for now.
If you could teleport to anywhere in the world right now, where would you go with no consequences involved?
Pedro Pascal's house.
Oh my goodness.
I also would like to go to the Tower of London and steal back the Kohinoor diamond.
Oh.
That would be pretty fun. Also, another place I'd like to go is, and I think it's just because I've watched all the Hunger Game movies after reading the new book, but I'd like to go to the amusement park in Dubai.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a Hunger Games amusement park.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, field trip. MDM field trip. Let's all go. I'm still yet to read the
Habibi, come to
It's
Dubai.
amazing.
I'm so excited. What'd you think about the movie?
Which ones?
The new one. The one with
It was
Snow
good.
and,
I liked it. I think I was a little surprised that they were singing so often, but I mean, I did read the book,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
But it was good. I liked it.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think it gave me a very eerie vibe, but I genuinely enjoyed it. And I'm really excited to see Snow's inner thoughts
me
and then
too.
how that changes the perspective of seeing the movie. So
What was your favorite Hunger Games movie? There's only one right answer.
Oh, only one right answer.
Yeah.
Now I'm scared to answer. Can I say Catching Fire? Okay, I'll
Catching
say
Fire.
Catching Fire.
I was gonna say Catching Fire.
It's
and,
Catching
the
Fire.
In
Yeah.
the first movie, like they're kind of tied for me, but Catching Fire,
I
if I
know.
really had to choose.
I agree.
Okay, thank God
Yeah.
I answered right. Also, the Cinna death got me. That really got me. He was one of my favorite characters. The way he mentored her, and then
Yeah.
also Haymitch, of course.
I too started screaming when she started screaming, but yeah,
But I don't know if you guys noticed the aspect ratio change from when she goes from like Cinna's death to
Yes.
the arena.
Yeah,
It's one of my favorite things.
she
Brilliant,
locked in.
really
She's
awesome.
like,
Yeah.
the rage, like
so cool.
the rage was fueling her.
I know.
Yeah.
Her face acting is incredible. It's incredible.
100%.
What song would you play every time you enter a Zoom room? If life was like WWE intros. I'm sorry, my mind is all over the place today.
I would play Supermodel by RuPaul.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
Honestly, like probably some anime characters like theme if I had a choice. But if we're choosing like songs, maybe GUI by Lady Gaga.
Oh, interesting. I haven't heard that.
Really good song.
I want to say Kendrick in an ideal world because I'm a huge fan, but I don't think there's any songs that. Maybe Luther.
Luther's good.
Yeah, I love that song. It is my meditation song.
What's a weird habit that you have while you work that you can publicly admit?
So, do you remember in 2020 when it went viral on TikTok to listen to Mario Kart music when you're writing your essays?
I remember this.
And I have not stopped 5 years later. I love listening to Coconut Mall.
Coconut Mall.
And
gosh.
it really, for some reason, it just, I don't know if it ignites my fight or flight, but I finish all my work. And
really
it's
fast.
funny because I listen to it on Spotify. So my like Spotify Wrapped, it's always like, it's on there. So I have to stop doing that. But it's, Coconut Mall. It really works.
It works.
It
Honestly,
works.
I think that the fight or flight thing is probably real. It'll kick in like some kind of reaction.
Totally.
Amazing. I love that. I'm guilty of listening to the Kahoot background music.
Yes.
So it's a bop. It's
a
great.
bop. It's
But
good.
I used to listen to it so much during high school because after COVID, because we listened to it a lot in high school and played those games a lot in high school, and I was like, you know what? I just like bouncing to this whenever I'm doing work, and then
I think video game music is supposed to help you work faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Increasing
stimulating.
concentration.
Totally.
Yeah, I agree.
So, what is your just one more minute app that you can't put down?
We mentioned this a bit before, but TikTok for sure. It's gotten so bad, and I was telling a coworker that it's not even like a 1 more minute. It's like 1 more video because I feel like this
one
next
more
video is
video.
going to change my life.
Right.
And I've learned a lot of life hacks on TikTok that I'm like, oh no, the next one is going to change my life, and I'm going to close my phone and miss it and never see it again, which is so dumb because that's not true. But it's my 1 more minute app.
No, I agree with you because like it's such a helpful app, but also there's like a current trend happening right now on there where like everybody's giving like their best piece of advice for insert category, and I just lock in and I read all the comments because I'm like, wow, this is like really useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen so much of that. I also think that the amount of, I guess, emotions that you go through in a certain amount of time that you spend on it is insane. And I don't think it's emotionally healthy because
Of course.
I'll see like a really sad video and then I'll see a super happy video and then my brain has trouble catching up. And then I'm like, you know what? I've been through so many sad videos. I need to go and keep scrolling until I find one good one to end off the night. Because I'll usually doom scroll before I go to bed. Just not a healthy habit at all.
It's important that you mentioned that because I've noticed it yesterday too. Like there's some sad videos and then there's a dog video and then there's a makeup video and it's my emotions are weird.
Yeah, the whiplash isn't. I don't think it's good to. Yeah, I guess involve yourself in so long. Which I mean, they're getting profit off of it. I think it's designed to keep scrolling. Intelligent, but also very, very bad for our health.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with you guys. There's just, sorry, I have like a hair in my mouth. I agree with you guys when it comes to that, but also I be getting TikToks at 2 a.m. that are just so funny that I wake my whole house up from laughing and cry laughing, and then to the point that my voice is gone the next day because I'm laughing so like hard. But yeah, like it is what it is.
Okay, and as we reminded you earlier, it's time for chaos mode with Hannah.
Yay!
Okay, so my second thing isn't a question, it's a game. We're going to play a game right now.
I love games.
The people can probably tell from behind the camera, but your eyeliner is always flawless.
Thank you.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you pictures of like digital inspired eyeliner. And we're going to play like almost like a smash or pass kind of deal.
Okay.
Where we're going to smash or pass eyeliner styles.
I'm very
that are, like,
excited.
digital media inspired. Okay, so here's the first one.
Okay. Smash. That's pretty cool.
Here's the second one.
Oh, smash.
Do you like experimenting with color?
I do. And I like not making it just like, like normal regular eyeliner. I like experimenting like above my eyelid. Like it's fun. It's makeup. It's supposed to be fun.
Both you and Irina.
Oh, she's amazing at eyeliner.
Okay, here's the third.
I'm going to say pass because there's glitter. And I know glitter is like the herpes of makeup and it's going to get everywhere.
Not a glitter person.
No.
Okay.
I have some glitter from yesterday on my face. That's still everywhere. So that's why I'm saying pass.
That's real. Here's number 4. This is less of an eyeliner look and more of like a full vibe.
Smash. That's pretty cool.
Star Warsy.
Very Star Warsy.
I would.
It is very Star Warsy. And I think this is the second last one.
Smash.
Like
I would do this.
multicolor.
I like some multicolor. I like something colorful. I like something different. I know I will cry that off because it's so close to like my inner corner and I'm already dealing with a leaky eye. So
I added this one because it gave me like MDM program logo.
Yes.
Okay, and last one.
Oh, smash.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, that's it for my time.
Yay.
Thank you for
Thank
joining
you.
us. The devil on our shoulders, everyone.
Thank you for the chaos.
So, as always, thank you for joining us, Eyleen. It was an absolute pleasure to have you on our podcast. And we truly appreciate all your contributions to this project and also make this dream come alive.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Honestly, we're so happy to have you. Honestly, I love talking to you.
Me
I feel like we could
too.
talk for hours and never stop, but
Yeah.
of course, before this episode, we have a limit. So to our audience, we appreciate your time and support. Thank you for listening and see you on our next episode.
We did it!
Yay.